We interrupt this program. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test.
When carrying out attacks on other nations, destroying their infrastructure, and deforming their future generations, the imperialist needs to rewrite history and keep repeating it over and over until it becomes true. The grotesque act of invading other countries, claiming them as your territory, and stealing their resources to keep your emperor, crown, or corporate owners in power used to be known as empire building. The latest propaganda slogan for empire building is globalization.
Money is worthless, real power is people, real strength is in the street where everybody's equal. I'd rather have 100 down strong supporters of the movement, down for the cause, cause life is amazing, your life is dull. If you think a big bank make you successful, just look at all the colors, the ecosystem, the plants and the wildlife.
What's good, everybody? What's good? So yesterday I talked about alchemy and metals, and I had mentioned about the ink they use in the money, and I found some good information to back up what I was talking about. And man, this stuff was really interesting on what I found and how they make the ink and what they use in the ink and how machines separate the bills and all that stuff. And I always wondered how the machine separated the bills. Well, it's going to explain everything in this video, or I found this website and I read everything. So check this out, man. It's interesting. What's good, everybody? What's good? Like, crazy morning. But anyway, hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's shining, healthy and safe. You know, I said in my video, if anyone watched the alchemy video, I started digging into the periodic table. I don't front. I wasn't big on the periodic table. And I started digging into it because I seen a lot of like synchronism on Bro Sanchez's channel when people were up on the panel. And there was a few people that came up there that were good with the periodic table, and they were synchronizing it to different deities and different stars or wandering stars, and you know, and how metals pull in energy, just like I said in the last video, that if you apply an electric charge to Mercury, it makes a vortex. So I was reading this thing on how they use magnetic, I think it's magnetic metal, it says, or magnet, some sort. I'll read it in a minute. And iron and different sorts of metals in the money. And they said it's for the thing. You'll see when I'm reading it. But I'm wondering, since sacred geometry does create energy, right? These certain symbols, and a lot of, someone came to and left in the comments that he could debunk whatever I say and this and that. I never said that. First of all, the person that left the comment said they don't watch my videos, so I really shouldn't explain myself. They said the title triggered them. So, I'm putting two to two together. The person got half a subscriber. I don't even know how that is. So it's a fake account. And it's got to be somebody that, is just trolling. It's got to be somebody that a channel I fuck with, and because I fucks with them, then they want to come troll me, my little ass channel. But enough said, man. Enough said. I don't even know why I pay mine to that garbage. But or why I explain myself. But yeah. I'm just interested in how sacred geometry and metals and all that stuff. You know, people say alchemy, oh, that's evil, man. I never said evil people didn't use alchemy, but it could also, anything that's bad can be used for good, man. You know, you want to keep believing demons and freaking, you know, I believe there's evil spirits, but you know, demons, whatever you want to call them, put it that way. So the chemistry of U.S. currency, magnetic ink, that's what I want to say. Sharing chemistry with the community. Now, can I say this is, it's got to be 100% true? Well, not 100%. We'll say most of it's got to be true, because that's how they use it right here. Introduction, demonstrating the magnetic ink used in printing U.S. currency has proven to engage audiences of all ages because of its relevance to everyday life. Nearly everyone has used machines that distribute and or accept currency, but few understand or understand, I'm going to add in, how the machines distinguish between the various denominations. And I always wondered that myself. I always wonder when I'm taking money out, how does this thing know I want 10 hundreds, 620s, and sometimes machines will let you get 10s. It depends. So the key in the face of each denomination, magnetic ink is used in the printing of the currency. Each denomination has a different face and therefore a different magnetic signature, simply similar to a barcode reader. And I think that's interesting because if they got, I got to be careful how I put it. If they got, you know, technology that they could create that's like, you know, small as like a watch hand or even smaller, who's to say they can't put barcodes, you know, make a barcode and the money small so the machine could read it. The machines recognize the denomination by its magnetic signature. A strong magnet such as a neodymium magnet, that's what I want one of those, can be used and demonstrate the magnetic character of U.S. currency. And that's crazy because I was going to try one of my pretty strong magnets, but then I said I need a neodymium magnet for sure, but they're pretty expensive. I looked them up. A ferrofluid is used in the manufacturing of the magnetic ink. A ferrofluid consists of colloidal particles, nanoscale, composed of iron to the second and iron to the third compounds, such as FeCl2 and FeCl3. A ferrofluid is attracted by a magnetic field but does not become permanently magnetized. To show the ferrofluid present in the ink, the US dollar bill is added to water and mixed in a blender. The mixture is then transferred to a clear plastic cup and stirred while holding a stronger magnet on the outside of the cup. The ferrofluid adheres, I don't know what that, I never heard of that word, believe it or not, adheres the inside wall of the cup. Concepts. Ferrofluid. Ferrofluid consists of nanoscale particles. 10 nano. Wow, I wonder what NM means. Nano. We're going to have to look that up, man. 10 nm in diameter. Nanometers? So yeah, I looked it up and it means nanometers. So ferrofluid consists of nanoscale particles, 10 nanometers in diameter, of a compound of iron in both 2+ and 3+ oxidation states, dispersed in a liquid, oil or water, that are usually coated with a surfactant. Sufficient? Nah. Yeah, that is sufficient. Surfactant? I don't know, man. Surfactant resulting in a colloidal depression or dispersion. Dispersion. Diamagnetism. Particles are repelled by a strong magnetic field. All electron spins are paired. Paramagnetism. Particles are attracted by a strong magnetic field. Unpaired electron spins exist in the particles. Iron and paramagnetic. So not only does this stuff repel, it attracts. Just as I thought. Pretty interesting. Ferromagnetism results from opposing but unequal magnetic moments of the atoms in the different sublattices Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus. So Fe, what is Fe? I'm gonna look it up on the periodic table. Is that ferromagnetism? Fe? That's ferrimagn or ferrimagn ferromagnetism and ferromagnetism. Okay, on a macroscope, not a microscope, on a macroscope scale, the substance can become magnetized. Iron is ferromagnetic. How machines detect value of currency. Okay. Materials. The US $1 bills, 2 minimum. US currency of various denominations is optional. Strong magnet, neodymium magnet works well. Educational innovations. M equals 100. 990, they're 990, whatever. 995. Blender, dedicated for non-food related use. Tap water. This is for the clear plastic cup and white plastic spoon, and the sealed vial of ferrofluid and magnet. Optional. Educational innovations. FF200 is ferrofluid display cell. So that's how all the stuff you need to do the experiment, if you like to. And here's all the safety you need to do. Wear safety glasses. Neodymium ceramic magnets have very strong magnetic fields that could damage cell phones, credit cards, computers, and other electronic devices. Keep the magnets away from them. Magnetic properties of the bill. Hold one end of the dollar bill at the edge so that it is suspended lengthwise, vertically, in the air. Bring the neodymium magnet near the bottom edge of the bill. The bill is attracted to the magnet. If available, show that the magnet affects each denomination of currency. Especially show how the various faces of the bill are attracted to the magnet. Bring the magnet near the Federal Reserve seal. I knew it. Which is not magnetic, so is not affected. Oh, so that part's not then. But anyway, the iron ferrofluid present blah, blah, blah. The iron ferrofluid present in the ink in the bill. Place a dollar bill in the blender and add about a cup of water. Thoroughly blend. Pass the liquid through a sieve, I don't know. I call them strainers to remove the bits of paper, allowing the liquid to flow into a colorless, transparent cup. While holding the magnet against the outside of the cup, stir the liquid with the white plastic spoon for about a minute. Place the back of the spoon inside the cup where the magnet is located on the outside of the cup. Allow the mixture to come to rest. Remove the magnet while continuing to hold the spoon against the side of the cup. A black material, iron ferrofluid, should be visible against the white background of the spoon. And to dispose it. So my whole thing is, man, there's more to this than just that, man. I'm gonna look a little deeper. It says, my first time performing the chemistry of U.S. currency was a part of Nano Days held at North Carolina Museum of Life and Science in Durham, NC. We staged unique metals, highlighting many different nanoscale metals, including colloidal gold, silver, and my personal favorite, ferrofluid. Ferrofluid were first introduced to the children by showing them a vial of ferrofluid and allowing them to observe what happens when you bring a magnet there. I think I remember that in school, and it would separate. We also showed them a larger scale version, the ferrofluid bolt pictured right, from Educational Innovations, FF400. We then followed with demonstrating that U.S. currency is attracted by a magnet, and then attracting the ferrofluid from a dollar bill. I was personally excited to bring this demo to the museum during practice, and on the day of the event, I was constantly discovering new ways to explore and demonstrate the properties of ferrofluid. So I guess that's ferrofluid. Ferrofluid bolt kit. He said this is see trial and error right here. Through a particularly messy accident, I discovered more of the unique properties of ferrofluid. I was playing with a magnet in the range of my ferrofluid on the bolt displayed. As a result, the magnet in my hand was pulled in by the magnetic field around the bolt, and the two crashed together. So if you rub metal on a magnet, like I do with screwdrivers, you rub it on a magnet, it becomes magnetic, which is pretty crazy. Unfortunately, the small magnet broke and everything in the nearby vicinity was soaked, okay, in the deep brown ferrofluid. A portion of the ferrofluid collected at the base of the display, something like a flat plane. Water needs to find a leveling point. Oh, I'm sorry. Back to what we were talking about. This puddle was in the aluminum pan directly above the neodymium magnets that were used to magnetize the bolt. Instead of being spiky and fluid, or spiky and fluid, as it was on the bolt, the puddle was impermeable to the touch. Impermeable. I gotta look that word up. And totally flat. While unsuccessfully at the time, the magnet I was playing with turned out to be an interesting experiment in itself. I had the opportunity to finesse the demonstration at the second event, a Mad Material event held on Duke's campus. Here we included a large iron magnet in display. Alright, we're going way off topic here, guys. Resources. Anything else I could use for more information on the magnetic ink used in currency? Yes, I will go here, because we are on a journey. How does a dollar bill changer work? Creating a good bill changer is a tough problem. The device has to work with all sorts of bills, from crisp new ones to ragged old ones, and it has to be reasonably good in telling real bills from fake ones. And in many cases, the changer also has to be able to sense the denominations of the bill. In order to accomplish these tasks, dollar bill changers use a variety of technologies. Several different patents listed below discuss techniques that people have employed. Some of these techniques have changed over the years as microprocessors have allowed more capability in the device. Here are several of the techniques that have been tried. Many of the early bill changers took advantage of the fact that US bills are printed with magnetic ink. They could therefore use magnetic heads, like the ones in a cassette tape recorder, to pick up signals from the bills. Let's do this again. They could therefore use magnetic heads, like the ones in a cassette tape recorder, to pick up signals from the bills. Areas of the bill, like the background behind the president's face, would generate signals at a specific frequency, and the detection of this frequency would validate the bill. Different bills generate different frequencies, so the frequency can also help determine what the denomination is. Very interesting. And I'm not saying it was just this thought came to my head about that one day, and I also thought about I was reading the other page, and they talked about putting, I thought they talked about putting magnets, but I've always thought of them putting like metals in the ink, because I've heard of people that do witchcraft or they're warlocks, and I've heard them putting metals in their tattoos, the ink. So yeah, gold. But anyway, the background from behind the president's face on a $1 bill, $5 bill, and $10 bill. Note the different spacing used in each one. The spacing can help determine the denomination. Should I press on one? Yeah. Genuine dollar bills have a certain conductivity, and checking for the resistance of a bill can authenticate it. Inks and papers have different fluorescent properties, and these properties can help tell real from counterfeit bills. The optical properties of a bill or strip of a bill can be sensed with a photocell or a camera and compared to valid patterns stored in memory. Different patterns from different bills can determine the denomination. A good bill changer will use several of these techniques because people seem to have a very strong desire to outwit bill changers. If you read the patents listed below, you will find that they handle such things as people inserting just half of the bill, people inserting bills with strings attached so they can jerk them back out, people who try unplugging the machine with the bill half inserted. These links will help you learn more, and these are like, other links. But I'm not going to go any further. I just wanted to add this into my video, and maybe I could find a little something more. Just want to take this time to thank everybody who watches my videos, subscribers or not. Please share my videos, and I appreciate all the comments, good or bad. And I also want to say, the videos I make, it's off the internet, man. Anything could be propaganda, it could steer us in the wrong way. The point is we got to sift through it and find the truth, man. I never said anything's 100%. Peace.